Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into Upton Field for the first time on the Grafton Sports Network, and we could not be more thrilled to have you along for us with our inaugural broadcast. Tonight, the Knights of Preston County are marching down Riverside to take on the Grafton Bearcats. It's Grafton baseball right here on the Grafton Sports Network. I'm Parker Biller, joined alongside me by former Grafton alum Dustin Keener. Dustin, thanks for being with me today, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, man. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, you played baseball and you played golf at Fairmont State. We're going to talk a lot about that. But, yeah, we're up here in the newly renovated press box, the newly renovated Upton Field. We've got so much to talk about. We're so excited to be here today. So we're about 2 weeks into the high school baseball season here in West Virginia. Thank you, Lindsey Gray, for the paper that flew out of the window. And, yeah, in the second year of the John Guz era of Grafton baseball, the team finished 19-17 last year in Coach Guz's first season, and they finished 6th in the Big Ten. They had their first winning season since 2016, and you know, you look at this team overall, Dustin, and they're young and they're impressive, and that's a great combination to have 6 freshmen, a couple sophomores, a junior, and 4 seniors. So definitely a young team. They've got speed, they've got talent, they've got chemistry, and they've all worked together and done really well. So you know, you can't be more excited about that if you're Coach Guz.
Absolutely. I think pretty much young program has a lot of speed. They're going to be scrappy. They're going to look to get around the bases. They're going to steal some bases tonight, and they're just going to cause chaos and score a lot of runs.
Yeah, absolutely. So this year, let's talk about them. The boys started off the season hot with a 3-game win streak, but they have gone cold. They've dropped 3 straight after an 8-1 loss to Brooke County, and that was a rough Saturday. A big incident there. Carter Gillespie had to be taken off in a stretcher after being plowed over by a base runner. Just a blatant hit that, you know, it should have been an ejection, but it wasn't. So definitely rattled the team a little bit, and they have struggled to bounce back. And Carter is out with a hematoma in his leg, and he'll be back sometime next week is what we're hoping for. But, you know, there's no place for that in baseball at all.
Yeah, right, absolutely. And Carter's a really good player. He's a key piece to this young team especially. And once they get him back on the diamond, I think they will excel greatly and get things back rolling on the right path.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach Guz told me that the team was pretty flat after that loss there. So, but they came back and they played Philip Barber on Tuesday, and then they lost that one 5-3. Fought till the end, but they've really been struggling with that past the 9 spots. At Philip Barber, they had 24 at-bats and only 5 hits. Preston obviously have a pretty tough pitcher in Cale Wolf, but I don't know. You just after something like that at Brook, and it continues to spiral. And right now, they've got an opportunity tonight to make things, put them where they need to be against Preston County.
Yes, absolutely. And most of the time, losing that one player doesn't seem like much of an impact in baseball, but it changes the lineup, throws everything around, and it makes a big difference at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk Preston for a moment. And the Knights, they've only played 3 games so far with 2 losses. They lost to Bridgeport 16-0 on the 30th, and then to East Fairmont the next day 10-2. And they only had 1 hit against Bridgeport, so really, really struggled there. But Bridgeport, obviously, fantastic team and what they've been able to do. But they do have Bryson McNew, who led the state in almost every category last year. He won the Johnny Bench Award for catchers, which is a national award. He is one of the best. And similar to Grafton, they do only have 4 seniors. So both young teams, both scrappy teams. It's really going to be a good fight tonight, Dustin.
Yes, it is.
And I also talked with Coach Glenn McNew. Just told me team's got to throw strikes to put the ball in play. And he hasn't really been able to see what this team is made of because of the games that they played. They've only practiced outside of 3 times because of the weather and whatnot in Preston County. So should be interesting to see how that plays out. They have been pitching well. Tanner Thomas has 14 strikeouts on the season, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But pregame is about wrapped up. We'll have head coaches and opening pitch coming up next. Stay with us on the Grafton Sports Network.
introduce the rosters for both teams. Let's start first. Starting with the reserves, please meet at the home plate area and make your way down your baseline. Number 8, Brogan Feck. Number 23, Levi Main. Number 27, Ashton Hess. Number 29, KJ Hardesty. And number 22, Aiden Huggins. And now let's introduce the starters for the Knights. Leading off, the third baseman, number 3, Robbie Lowe. Batting second, the left fielder, number 5, Wyatt Moyer. Batting third, the catcher, number 17, Bryson McNew. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 24, Lyric Moats. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 12, Tanner Thomas. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 28, Gideon Oliphant. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 13, Aiden Ward. No, batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 7, Lane Clark. And batting ninth and doing the pitching, number 2, Cooper Thaler. And playing second base, number 30, Garrett Haymond. The Knights are head coached by Glenn McNew. He is assisted by Rob Lowe, Ryan Cool, and William Thomas. And now let's introduce the reserves for the Bearcats. Number 8, Ethan Penland. Number 9, Cruz Jaquez. Number 10, Carter Gillespie. Number 14, Heath Knott. Number 16, Braden Boggs. Number 17, Mason Gaines. Number 18, Logan Mail. Number 19, Ryan Boyles. Number 29, Gunnar Grog. And number 31, Evan Weatherby. And now let's introduce the starters for your Bearcats. Leading off, the center fielder, number 6, Cameron Gray. Batting second, the right fielder, number 5, J.W. Nestor. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 1, Grayson Ramazan. Batting fourth and catching, number 12, Chase Kinsey. Batting fifth and pitching, number 22, Grant Murphy. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 7, John Guzd. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 2, Jacob Moats. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 28, Aiden Smith. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 25, Hunter McQuain. And playing first base, number 30, Caleb Wilfong. The Bearcats are managed by John Guz. He's assisted by Brian Gillespie, Mike Moats, and Andrew Wentz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America and those who protect and defend it with the playing of our national anthem. Number 2 for Preston has the best haircut I've ever seen. Look, check him out.
All right, folks, welcome in to Upton Field. We'd like to welcome you in. The Bearcats and the Preston County Knights about to face off in this Big Ten matchup. Head coaches for tonight's lineup, the Bearcats, led by John Guz, graduate of JMU University. This is his second year as head coach, and he has a record of 22 wins and 20 losses. And the Preston County Knights, led by Glenn McNew, a graduate of WVU. 80 degrees outside with a little cloud cover and wind gusts up to 20 miles an hour, and we've already seen some papers fly out of the press box up here, Dustin. Dustin, you're muted there.
Okay. Well,
There you are.
It's a beautiful day for baseball, especially in the beginning of April. I mean, you can't get much better weather in high school baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach Gez was telling me before the game, and they've played a lot of games this season in 30-degree weather. So this is definitely a good thing for them. So on the mound for the Bearcats, Grant Murphy. He has pitched 2 innings so far this year, 2 strikeouts for him. And up to bat for the Knights, leading off Robbie Lowe, the third baseman, has a .375 batting average. The crowd is excited, the bench is hot, and the first pitch is in from Grant Murphy. One-oh count. Swung on down the left field line, and a foul ball for Robbie Jones. Robbie Lowe, not Jones. Robbie Jones plays football for Philip Barber. But Dustin, it's good to have you back. I'm happy that you're here.
I'm very glad to be here. I enjoy baseball
You played for ever since you were a kid.
for a long time.
Long-time Bearcat. One of the best. Murphy's ball outside. And you never got to see this new field complex here with the new netting and the new turf and the new press box. And it's a shame, man, because it is really, really nice, says Murphy, right in the zone.
Got a 2-2 count here.
Swung on by Robbie, picked up by the third baseman, and routine outs from Moats to Wilfong, and they've got one down.
I think that's going to tell the story for today's game. Whoever has the cleanest defense is going to win.
Now up to bat for the Knights, Wyatt Moyer. Takes the first, and ball one. Preston only playing 3 games so far this year. They have 1 win, 2 losses. Swung on deep right over the shortstop's head and into the outfield, and Moyer will clock in a single. So the Knights get one on first, and now up to the plate, the star-studded player for the Knights, Bryson McNew. .571 batting average, one of the best in the state. Murphy checks on first. It was pretty close down there. But Bryson McNew has the sole home run for the Knights, 5 RPIs on the season. Strike for Murphy.
Number 17, Bryson McNew.
It's a very good pitch. If he can live on that outside of the zone, he's going to be very successful.
Here comes the 0-1. Back to first. Swung on, powerful to the shortstop. Double play opportunity. Wilfong can't hang on with the glove. But they get the out at second. So 2 down for the Bearcats.
Now batting for Preston, the center fielder, number 24, Lyric Moats.
Lyric Moats up to bat for Preston County. The 125 batting average. And we're stopped for something here, Dustin.
I think we got a pitch runner for the catcher.
Everything okay, Blue?
Home umpire seems to be looking for something.
Yeah, I'm almost positive we just have a pinch runner for the catcher.
Yeah. That is, I believe that's number 8, Brogan Feck at first base. Powerful pitch inside, swung on by Lyric Moats, and Murphy's bringing the heat. Two outs for the Bearcats. Checks back at first. Score is 0-0 here in the top of the first. The Bearcats and Preston County. Murphy sends it to plate. It's swung on by Moats, but Feck will head to second without trouble. So a runner in scoring position for the Knights. One-two count for Murphy.
It's a very good pitch with no balls and 2 strikes. Trying to look for a chase.
Beautiful pitch from Murphy, and that will close out the inning. The Bearcats 0, the Preston Knights 0. We're all tied up here. Bottom of the first. Coming up next. Stay with us on the Grafton Sports Network. All right, folks, welcome back in. We remain scoreless here at Upton Fields. The Bearcats and the Knights. Cameron Gray up to bat for the Bearcats. And at the mound for the Knights, Cooper Thaler. Cam Gray, the 5'8" sophomore, had a grand slam earlier in the season, and they had an 11-1 victory against Fairmont Senior. Thaler still trying to get dialed in. 3-0 count. And Dustin, we were talking in the pregame. Both of these teams are young, but they are scrappy, so it's going to be an interesting matchup tonight, to say the least.
Yes, I definitely agree.
As Gray will walk to first. And up now to bat, J-Dub Nestor for the Bearcats. 357 batting average. He has 1 homer on the season as well. Check back to first. Bearcats sitting at 3-3. 5th in Big Ten play, 21st in West Virginia. Tipped up by Nestor, foul ball.
I'm sure McNew behind the plate is going to limit the Bearcats' stolen base attempts for tonight. Just very good catcher.
Yeah, absolutely. Nestor pops one up into shallow right field. Gray rounding second on his way to third. And he's going to trip and fall. Looked like he wanted to go home, but he's going to stay at third. Good hit there, and J.W. Nestor into no man's land. G-Ram up to bat. Grayson Ramazan for the Bearcats. Runners on first and third. No outs.
You'd want to think that this is the start coach guys wants in a game like this tonight. First and third, no outs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like this is a game where you have to get ahead early if you want to come out on top. Ramazan, the West Virginia Wesleyan commit. Baseball has been a big part of his life. Another ball outside for Thaler. He's pitched 3 innings so far this year. 6 strikeouts in total. Nestor at first, Gray at third. High ball. Here comes the 3-0. And Thaler gets his first strike inside. Swung on by Ramazan. Caught in left field for the out. Gray's going to tag up, and he's going to score. So the Bearcats get on the board first.
That's a very good piece of hitting. That's a great barreled ball to the left fielder. Just happened to be right at him.
Chase Kinsey, the catcher, up now to bat for the Bearcats. Thaler getting more adjusted to the zone. Chase Kinsey's nickname, Chalkin' Nicely. It's what the PA announcer called him in Ripley, and it's stuck with him ever since. In the dirt, and J.W. Nestor is easily at second. Bounced off Bryson's face. 1-1 count. Runner on second. High ball to the right side from Thaler. Dustin, you've done some pitching. How hard or how easy is it to get in your own head when you're out there on the mound?
It's very easy, especially like when you get out of the groove. It just feels like it's a struggle. That's a good hard
Kinsey
hit.
right in the gap to left field. Coming home is Nestor, and he's going to score. He's up. The Bearcats 2, Preston nothing. Great start for the Bearcats and crew.
Now batting for the Bearcats, the pitcher, number 22, Grant Murphy.
So a
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 8, Ethan Penland for the Bearcats.
senior Ethan Penland will come in to pinch run for the Bearcats, and Grant Murphy up to the plate. One out in total. Penland on first. Outside for Thaler. And Dustin, we need to talk about Upton Field renovations because they were a lot. And really hadn't had maintenance since the 1980s. And they'd largely left untouched, and the maintenance really fell on the players and the coaches, and that's a lot of stress for you guys. I mean, I know you had to deal with that when it rained and the water kind of soaked up in the infield. I mean, it was tough.
Yes, it just gives you so many more chances and so many more opportunities for reps and to get better when you have a 50-degree day in January and you can just step out on the turf and it's ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So 30-foot high-tension netting on the side, perimeter fencing, new lighting, new bleachers, new press box, new dugouts, new backstop. Everything was new, and it's just been a phenomenal job. As Murphy swings out and up to bat, J.K. Guz, the Guzzinator, as they call him, son of head coach John Guz. Great kid. Hopefully going to take over GSN here in the next few years. So 2 outs, 1-0 counts. Thaler keeps throwing to the far left side there. Ethan Penland on first. Straight down the middle. And Guz caught looking again. He's played baseball since he was 4 years old. He plans to play high school baseball or collegiate baseball as well, but he's caught swinging there. And that is the end of the first. The Bearcats up by 2. We'll see you right after this. All right, folks, top of the second. Welcome back in. The Bearcats up by 2 over Preston County. Tanner Thomas up to bat for the Knights. Grant Murphy at the mound for the Bearcats. Chipped by Thomas, foul ball. And the Preston Knights 1-2 overall, 9th in the Big Ten. And last year, the battle between the Knights and the Bearcats, 2 games they played, both the scores in that one were 9-8. Walk-offs as he hits that one to Grayson Ramazan at shortstop and an easy routine out for the Bearcats.
Now batting for the Knights, the first baseman, number
Good throw from Grayson Ramazan.
Oliphant.
So Oliphant up now to bat for Preston. High ball swung on by Gideon.
Grant Murphy appears to be in the zone tonight, throwing a lot of strikes, locating his pitches very well.
He's thrown 17 pitches so far. This one high and outside. And the Knights only had 1 hit against Bridgeport in that 16-0 loss on the 30th, so they're really looking to bounce back here. And Coach McNew, he is still trying to figure things out for this team. You know, it's hard when you only have 3 games and about 3 practices. It's pretty tough for a baseball squad. Chipped up by Oliphant. Three-two counts, 1 out on the field. And Gideon will head to first base.
Now batting for Preston, the right fielder, number 13, Hayden Ward.
Hayden Ward up to bat for Preston County. He's been batting well, 429 batting average. Top of the second, the Bearcats up by 2-0 over Preston County. Murphy's pitch caught a ball. Swung on by Ward. And a 2-1 count. Oliphant on first. Here comes the pitch. Just inside. Here comes the 3-1. Murphy caught him swinging. So it'll be a full count. Murphy checks back. And it's a hot one out there today. 80 degrees. The turf is probably about 5 to 10 degrees hotter. When I was down there in my walkthrough this earlier today, it was pretty darn hot. I was sweating. Can't imagine what these guys are going through as it's hit. Gus can't hang on at second. Went just out of his glove, just past him. And Oliphant will head to first, so runners on first and second for Preston.
Now batting for the Knights, the right fielder, the designated hitter, number 7, Elaine Clark.
Lane Clark up to bat for Preston County. No outs, or 1 out for the Bearcats. Ball for Murphy. Great pitch inside, strike. 1-1 count. Another strike.
That is a beautiful location. I think he understands where the umpire is calling it on that outside zone, and he's just trying to hit that spot.
Swung on to the shortstop. They could turn 2 here, and they can't beat the runner at first. So they get 1 out at second base. But still a runner in scoring position, 2 outs on the field.
Now batting for the Knights, the pitcher, number 2.
Cooper Thaler up to bat for Preston County. The pitcher batting .500 this year. Murphy checks back, and Wilfong had him beat, but he bobbled the catch. Unfortunate there for the Bearcats. Here comes the pitch as Lane Clark slides into second.
This out here is a big out for the Bearcats. We have the top of the order rolling back up.
Here comes the pitch. Strike for Murphy. One count. 2 outs. Shallow shortstop. And runner scores. Grayson couldn't make a play. There was no one at third base. So Oliphant will score.
It's just one of those balls that get hit into no man's land in that third short hole that just you don't have a play anywhere.
Runners on first and third as Murphy checks back.
Now batting for the Knights, the third baseman.
So 2-1 now the score. The Bearcats up over the Knights. As back at the top of the order, Robbie Lowe up for Preston County. Throws back to first. Almost got him. And the Bearcats get out of this inning. Kinsey nowhere to throw. As Thaler will slide into second. Preston in a dangerous spot right here. They could score some runs. Good pitch from Murphy. Just on the corner of that zone. They'll call a strike.
If you're Coach McNew, I think this is a guy that you want up in this situation. Has some varsity experience under his belt and one of the leaders on this Preston County team for sure.
Corks one up. And foul ball. Almost right on the line for Robbie Lowe. And it was almost caught out there in left field by McQuain. Just a few more feet and he would have got it. So Robbie Lowe will head back to the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. And 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Swung on, and that will be the end of the inning. And the Bearcats give up 1 run as they lead 2-1. We'll be back after this. Stay with us on the Grafton Sports Network.
Second inning complete for Preston.
All right, folks, bottom of the second. The Bearcats up 2-1. Jacob Moats up to bat for the Bearcats as Thaler is at the mound. And Moats swings on the first pitch, and what a grab by the shortstop, Tanner Thomas. So one swing and one out for the Bearcats, as Aiden Smith will come up to the plate.
Now batting for the Bearcats, the designated hitter, number 28, Aiden Smith.
Smitty swings on the first, the 5'9" junior. Brings a lot of fun to that bench over there. Wants to be a mechanic when he is older. Here comes the 1-1 on the outside. Cooper Thaler struggling to find the zone a little bit, Dustin.
Yes, he is, and it's he's trying to work very quick on the mound. I don't know if maybe he's speeding himself up or if he works that quick usually, and I'm not sure.
So Caleb Wilfong, C-dub, up to bat for Bearcats. Aiden Smitty on first as he gets walked. Bearcats up 2-1 over Preston County. Excuse me, Hunter McQuain's up to bat. I said Caleb Wilfong. My apologies, folks. Deep outside, Smitty. He's trying to get to second. McNew's throw almost got there. Man, he's got a cannon for an arm. Timeout. Man, just that athletic ability. He was at least 10 feet behind home plate, and he was chucked that thing.
Yeah, he had the helmet off, and he was already prepared for the throw before he even picked the ball up.
Of course, Smitty's not the quickest runner out there, but he beat the throw. Now Caleb Wilfong up to bat for the Bearcats. The freshman. Right down the middle for Thaler. And that's something unique about this team, Dustin, as they've had young guys playing for multiple years. And Caleb Wilfong had a crazy successful career at the middle school level. Played in the Little League World Series. So these guys have played a lot of baseball. High fly ball to shallow center. It's caught by the second baseman, Garrett Heyman, as he trenched his way out there into the outfield.
I feel like it's just kind of a Grafton thing, though, to play young players early. It's almost like we just like psycho athletes. Like every 2 to 3 years, Grafton will be good. And then the years that we're young, we still compete, but we just don't have the number of wins that a team would want to have.
Yeah, and that seems to struggle with that across multiple sports. Baseball struggle with that tremendously. But now a new head coach, Bobby Bellner, see how he does with the program. So 2 outs, runner on second. Top of the order, Cam Gray at the plates for the Bearcats. Cam Gray, he's small, but he can hit the ball hard. Had a grand slam against Fairmont Senior. It's one foul to the left field line. And he is speedy too, Dustin. I mean, we talked about speed a lot, and that's something that Coach McNew is concerned about. And they got guys who can run for the Bearcats.
Does it do? It looked like Smith attempted to steal third there.
Yeah. And another ball foul down the left field line for Cam Gray. Cam also runs cross country and track. Track at a meet today at John Marshall, quite a haul. The running event started at around 5:30, so they're going to be there most of the night. One, 2 counts for Thaler. 2 outs. Gray got a piece of it.
He's having a great at-bat. He's fighting in there. Just looking for the pitch he wants.
Gray swung on to the shortstop. And try to get the play at third, and they will. Smith called out at third as Robbie Lowe made the play. So the inning is over. No hits scored in this one. The Bearcats up 2-1 over Preston County. We'll see you at the top of the third. All right, folks, top of the third. Welcome back into Upton Field. Batting now for Preston, Wyatt Moyer. Had a single in the first. As Murphy's first pitch is a strike. Dustin, what have you seen so far from both teams?
Preston, they're struggling because they're struggling to locate the ball in the strike zone, and honestly, you could say the same about Grafton in that second.
So the ball whizzes by Moats into deep left field, and Wyatt is going to slide into second, so a double play for him. And not a good start to the inning for the Bearcats.
Now batting for Preston, the catcher, number 17,
Bryson McNew up to bat for Preston County. The catcher won the John Bench Award, a national award for catchers, and he is someone who is super talented at what he does, one of the best in the state. Drives down the third baseline again, back into the same spot. And Wyatt Moyer is going to score. So, not much you can do there. Whizzes by Moats again.
Those are just two very hard hit balls.
Yeah. Lyric Moats up to bat for Preston.
center fielder, number 24, Lyric Moats.
So McNew on first. No outs. 2-2 score. We're all tied up. Moats showed a bunt, pulled back. One ball, no strikes. Murphy back to first. Bunts it. Moats, the third baseman, got it, and he's going to head to first. Smart choice for him as they get the outs.
Now batting for Preston, the shortstop.
But they will advance McNew to second base. Tanner Thomas up now for the Knights. One out here in the top of the third. Low pitch for Grant Murphy. He's thrown 44 so far. Finds the zone this time. Murphy goes back to second.
Would definitely expect on a hit here that McNew is going to be very aggressive on the base pass, looking to score from second.
They've only been in two positions to score today, so they have to capitalize whenever they can. One-two count. High ball. These two teams will face off against each other on May 7th as well. As Thomas got a piece of it. Foul ball right over our heads. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for the Bearcats. They're trying to hold off Preston and the dangerous and speedy Bryson McNew at second. Murphy reaches to the bottom. Full count on deck. They make contact, and easy outs for the Bearcats. J.K. Guz to Caleb Wilfong. So McNew at third will be replaced by Feck.
Preston, number 8, Rogan Feck. Now batting for the Knights, the first baseman, number 28, Gideon Oliphant.
Oliphant up to bat for Preston County. Runner on third, 2 outs. Straight down the middle for Grant Murphy. He's been pitching a good game so far. And swung on from Oliphant. 2 strikes, no balls. And they got him. They left him hanging as Murphy finishes out the inning. And the score, 2-2, the Bearcats all tied up with Preston County. We'll be right back here in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back in, folks. Bottom of the third. The Knights have scored in their past 2 innings. We're all tied up. J.W. Nestor up to bat. Hits one to the second baseman. And easy out at first. So you like the aggressiveness, but not enough there for J-Dub.
Next up for the Bearcats, the shortstop, number 1, Grayson Ramazan.
So 1 out down, and Grayson Ramazan is heading up to the plate. The 5'10" senior and true leader of this Bearcat squad. And he's such an upstanding guy, Dustin. I know you've played with him a lot, and he's very talented in what he's doing.
Yes, he is. He's actually going to join fellow Bearcat Isaac Lowe
Yep.
up at Wesleyan next year. So I got to play 1 year with Grayson and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, he's a professional guy. He loves the game of baseball. It's going to be exciting to watch him and Isaac play together at the collegiate level. As 4 balls in, and Ramazan will head to first.
Now batting for the Bearcats, the catcher, number 12, Chase Kinsey.
Chase Kinsey up to bat. here in the bottom of the third, where we're all tied up 2-2. Another ball outside for Thaler. He's pitched 48. Back to first. Ball bounced off Gideon, or off the bag at least, and they got back on it. So, Dustin, what do the Bearcats have to do if they were going to come out on top of the win in this game tonight?
You know, I think it's just being patient at the plate. We're kind of swinging early, and Preston struggled to throw strikes tonight. So I think if we can get base runners and get some timely hits, we could really bust this game open.
Yeah. Thaler's really struggling to be accurate. Keeps throwing to the left side of the zone. And check swing for Kinsey. The umpire says he won't go. So 2-1 count. This one a strike for Thaler. The Bearcats on a 3-game losing streak. Kinsey drives one deep into left, smoked it, and it's out of here. Chase Kinsey, home run. And maybe the fire the Bearcats need to run away with this one. Kinsey will send himself and Ramazan home. And that ball flew out of here with a lot of power.
That was one of those barrel the ball, and the ball leaves the park. It was a very good piece of hitting.
Yeah. The bench hyped up for good old Chase. His first home run of the year. Drilled it out into left center. And we'll see if Grant Murphy can do the same. 1 out on the field. Tips this one up. Foul ball behind the backstop. The sun's still shining here at Upton Field. 80 degrees outside. We'll start to cool down here in a little bit. The Bearcats now up 4-2 over Preston County.
You know, that's the thing. They renovated the field, but it looks like the sun still plays a major impact on the left side of the diamond.
Murphy in between the first and second baseman, and he's going to chalk up a single. Great start to the inning for the Bearcats. J.K. Guzzinator Guzz now up to the plate. Ball outside. Grant Murphy on first. JK tried to get a piece of it. Something a lot of these guys have talked about is grit, and that's something that Coach Guz preaches and something this team has a lot of. They're able to bounce back a lot through adversity, and they've shown that throughout the season so far, but they're battling back, and they're fighting hard tonight as well. Guz knocks one up above the netting. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. Ball way outside. And that will load the count up, 3-2. Here comes Thaler with a full count in the dirt. And JK will walk up to first, Murphy to second.
Now batting for the Bearcats. The third
And up to
baseman,
bat
number
for
2,
the Bearcats, Jacob Moats, the third baseman. .5'10" junior, plays basketball as well. And Coach McNew heading to the mound, talk things over with Thaler and his son. Chad Gray with running the music tonight. Interesting music choice there, Chad. 4-2 the score. The Bearcats up over Preston County in this Big Ten matchup. And Dustin, you look at the records that were broken last year. There was 8 records broken in total from things like single season record runs, plate appearances, steals, base on balls. And that had a lot to do with just playing the amount of games that they did, a record number of games in 31 that they played last year due to this new turf. Moats pops one up down the first base line. And there is Gideon Oliphant to make the play and get the out.
That's the thing. I think this turf you will see many more records broken just because of the way they're able to play. Like when I played, I think we only got 19 to 20 games in a season, and that was like lucky. Like,
I mean, it was hard. I mean, you guys had to take care of everything.
I mean, just the slightest bit of rain, it was a cancel. Whereas like last night, it rained very hard and a lot. And
I mean, I remember when I played Legion ball with you guys, and you know, we had every day after practice we had to clean up the field and stuff. You know,
clean and cover.
Clean and cover. That's what it was. So courtesy runner in for the Bearcats, Braden Boggs joined the team this year as a senior. Hadn't played since freshman year, and you love to see him try new things. Great guy. And up to bat, Smitty for the Bearcats. 2 outs, 0-1 count. And Smitty pops one up way over there in the creek on the left side of the field. I'll tell you what, Smitty, he can swing the bat well.
Absolutely. He's just slightly early right now. If he just sits back and waits a little longer, you're going to see good barrel-to-ball contact.
Boggs at second, Guz at first. Taylor's pitch. Smitty tips it up. He's battling it out in the box. Count stays the same at 1-2. Here in the bottom of the third, the Bearcats 4, the Preston County Knights 2. And Smitty will be caught swinging, and that's the end of the third. Top of the fourth coming up next here. And the Bearcats up by 2. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. All right, folks, welcome back in. The Bearcats scored 2 in the last inning from a homer off of Chase Kinsey to left field, as they now lead by 2. And up to bat for Preston County, Aiden Ward had a base hit in the second. Grounds the 1 to first base. Caleb Wilfong is there to make the play. Up to bat for Preston, Lane Clark, the DH. Here comes the pitch, and he connects into the gap between center and left. Can he beat the throw to second base?
Got him.
They'll get him. What a throw that was. Cam Gray to J.K. Guz to prevent the double play from Lane Clark. That's that grittiness.
Now batting for Preston, the pitcher, number 2, Cooper Thaler.
Cooper Thaler up to bat for Preston.
Plays like that is what keeps the ball rolling, really, in baseball. Baseball's a big momentum game.
Now you played 2 of the toughest sports. You still play golf at Fairmont State. What's tougher, in your opinion?
I will never argue about hitting a moving ball. It's much harder to, say, hit a pitch from Paul Skeens than try to hit a golf ball on line. Your chances of hitting a golf ball straight are much higher.
Yeah.
Probability-wise. But I don't know. It's
I mean, I think baseball's harder. Mentally, at least.
yeah, no, I mean, mentally and physically, really.
Yeah.
And you're talking about, timing.
You have to know everything that's going on. You can't stop thinking,
Right.
especially when you're in the infield.
There's always a next play.
Yeah. But golf, you can get in your head pretty easily too. So I don't know. And Murphy closes them out. We got a little carried away there, but a quick inning there. No runs scored for Preston. We'll see you at the bottom of the 4th. Stay with us here on the Grafton Sports Network. All right, welcome back in to Upton Field. The Bearcats up by 2. Hunter McQueen up to bat for the Bearcats. No runs scored in the last inning. Here in this Big Ten matchup, the Bearcats on a 3-game losing streak, sitting at 3-2. and 3 overall. Losses to Brooke, John Marshall, and Philip Barber. And Brooke and John Marshall are in the region, so they're going to have to lock down and beat those teams if they want to get out and head to the state tournament, which is the goal, obviously. But a really, I wouldn't say really tough, but a decently tough region this year. And McQueen will go out swinging, record the first out of the 4th. Cameron Gray up to bat now as we restart the top of the order. Made that play. Threw to second base to prevent the double play. Outside for Thaler. And he seems to be a little bruised up on that play. Holding his left knee. Timeout on the field. He'll try to walk this one off. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on GSN. We'll be right back after this. All right, folks, Thaler walked it off. He's back at the mounds. And we are here in the top of the 4th. 3 balls, no strikes. Take that back, 1 strike. That's Cam Gray up to bat for Grafton. Swings on it into the gap into left field. And Cam Gray scores a single. What a job he's done this year. Swinging the bat, making plays.
Now batting for the Bearcats, the right fielder, number
10
5,
RBIs on the season.
Nestor.
Scored a run earlier in the 1st. And now up to bats, J.W. Nestor, the freshman. Cam Gray heading to second, but a foul ball. So we'll have to come back. J.W. Nestor, tough runner in football. Good athlete, great kid.
J-Dub 1 for 2 on the night with a hit and a run. Scored in that first inning.
Oh, 1 counts, tried to bunt. It'll be tipped off the bat. One out on the field. Gray's going to second. He's up as they hit in the gap again to left field. Cam Gray slips again as he tried to make his way to third. But J-Dub will record.
That's a very good call there from Coach Guz. The hit and run with 1 out gets that shortstop moving over to second and opens up that short third hole.
So a little switcheroo here for Preston. And it looks like the right fielder, Aiden Ward, is heading to the mound. So while he's warming up, we will step aside here at Upton Field. The Bearcats up 4-2 over Preston County. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, folks, Aiden Ward at the mound now for Preston County. His first time on the mound tonight. Grayson Ramazan at bat for the Bearcats. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Bearcats lead by 2. Ramazan to the shortstop, and they get the double play. So, with that being said, that's the end of the fourth. Bearcats still up by 2. We'll see you here in the fifth. All right, folks. Top of the fifth. The Bearcats up by 2. Up to bat for Preston. Robbie low. So for 2 at the plate tonight. Murphy right down the middle. Swung on and into shallow right field or center field, and it's caught by Cam Gray. Another diving catch for him, and he is having a great game tonight. He made a catch like that earlier in the season, but what an effort from him.
Comes back to that grittiness. Comes back to the grittiness.
Gritty Grafton, as they call him. It's the name of the group chat of the baseball team. Up to bat now, Wyatt Moyer for Preston County. And Murphy will drill him in the back. So he's going to take a base. So if you're Coach Guz right now, Dustin, are you where you want to be in terms of scoring and just position overall?
I think so. For the couple of bad breaks that they've had, first and second, 1 out, not able to get any runs. Leading 4-2 is
not too bad. And that ball destroyed by Bryson McNew right in between the third baseman and the shortstop, and he will advance a runner to second base. So Moyer and McNew at first and second. Lyric, go ahead.
good. That puts McNew 2 for 3 on the night with an RBI.
Tipped up an at-bat, Lyric Moats for Preston County. Lyric Moats, someone Coach McNew talked about as a really good glue guy. At the plate, he pops one up down the right field line and just out of play, unable for J.W. Nestor to make a play on it. Oh, 2 count, 1 out on the field. Popped up again.
That's in that no man's land. Hunter's there.
McQueen is on it. As he throws back to second, JK is there to pick it up. Good catch from McQueen. 2 outs on the field.
Second baseman, number 12, Tanner Thomas.
Tanner Thomas up to bat for Preston.
Courtesy runner for Preston, number 8, Brogan Feck.
And Brogan Feck in as a courtesy runner for McNew. Straight down the middle for Grant Murphy. They're sitting at 2 outs, 0-1 counts. They lead by 2. Here comes the 0-1. Popped up to Jacob Moats on third base. Swings it to first, and Wilfong stayed on the bag and got the out. The first base coach wanting to argue that one, but that will be the end. I don't know. He looked like he was on the bag. It looks like, I mean, from where we were at, it looks like his toe hit it and he was falling off. So I'm not sure, but it will be the Bearcats 4 and the Preston County Knights 2. So we'll be right back here on the Grafton Sports Network. That's the end of the top of the 5th. We'll see you here in the bottom. Right after this, stay with us on the Grafton Sports Network. All right, folks, welcome back in. Bottom of the fifth. Chalking nicely, Kinsey up to bat. Hayden Ward still at the mound for Preston County. Two balls, no strikes.
Kinsey 2 for 2 tonight, 3 RBIs and a run scored.
He
Make that still 2 for 2.
actually tied the single season record last year in RBIs with 43 as he heads to first base. And up to bat now, the pitcher, Grant Murphy.
Number 22, Grant Murphy.
Kinsey at first, 1 ball, 2 balls, no strikes. This one a strike.
Looks like we have number 19, Ryan Boyles, in the bullpen. Might be looking to come in next inning for the Bearcats with Grant Murphy sitting at 72 pitches.
Bounces down the first base line, and Gideon will tag Murphy as they record their first out. Up to the plate, J.K. Guz.
Now batting for the Bearcats, the second baseman, number 7, John Guz.
Ball outside. Drives this one past the second baseman into right field. Kinsey's coming home, and he's going to beat the throw as Kinsey slides head first into home plate. And the Bearcats now up 5-2.
Now batting for the Bearcats, the third baseman,
JK hit the sweet spot.
Just a very good piece of hitting. Runner on second, looking for that backside ball. Allows the runner at second to move early. And
Third baseman Jacob Motes up to the plate. JK at first. Ward struggling to find the strike zone. Motes to second, and they get the double play. It hopped right over to Robbie Lowe as he turns 2, and we will see you folks here in the top of the 6th. The Bearcats score 1. The score 5-2 over the Preston County Knights. Thanks for being with us here on this beautiful Thursday evening here at Upton Field. We'll be right back after this. As we approach the top of the sixth, the Bearcats with a 3-run lead over Preston County. Gideon Oliphant up to bat now for Preston. And Cam Gray now at the mound for the Bearcats. Grant Murphy now in center field. It's 2 solid pitches, 2 strikes for Cam Gray. High ball on the 3rd pitch. Coach Guz sitting in a good spot right now. Up by 3. Two count. Gideon gets a piece of it. Backhander from J.K. Guz. And he makes the play at first. Infielding at its finest from J.K. Guz.
Now batting for Preston, the right fielder, number 13, Aiden Ward. Where's he pitching? Is he the pitcher? He's the pitcher. Correction, he's the pitcher. I didn't change that. I changed them all.
Up to bat, Aiden Ward for Preston County. The Knights just struggled to really find a rhythm so far in this game.
It's like last inning, they were building momentum, and just want to say it was a strikeout and a ground out in the inning.
Guz, another play at first. Wolfong tries to dig it. Pops out of the glove. So Aiden Ward will stay at first. And Lane Clark will head to the box. And the Bearcats' most recent loss to Philip Barber on Tuesday, 5-3. They had 24 bats, only 5 hits. They really struggled to do anything. But they've seemed a lot stronger tonight, Dustin.
Yeah, they have. You know, Philip Barber's a good team. Veteran pitcher. He was, I think, 1st or 2nd team All-State last year, so just kind of settling into this game. And
yeah, Cale Wolf, the Pot State commit, I believe. One 0 count, 1 out on the field. And Clark wanted to get a piece of it. He swings. Gray checks back to first. Right in the zone for Cam Gray. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Popped up to J.K. Guz at second base. Makes the easy outs. So up to bat now, Cooper Thaler for Preston. He pitched earlier in the day. 2 outs for the Bearcats. Taylor, fly ball into the second baseman. Guz again. Good inning from J.K. Guz as they shuts out the Knights. And they hold them scoreless here in the 6th. We'll be right back after this here on the Grafton Sports Network. The Bearcats up by 3. All right, bottom of the 6th, just about underway. Dustin, you got some stats for us. If you want to read them, go ahead.
Some notable highlights today. Cam Gray has 1 hit. J-Dub Nestor with 2, as long as Chase Kinsey. And then Grant Murphy and J.K. Guz also have 1 hit as well. 5 total on 5 runs.
Okay, Caleb Wolfong up to the plate. C-Dub. First pitch in is a strike. 6-foot freshman. Played in the Little League World Series, so he's been on some pretty big stages in his career.
I like this pinch hit here. He's played in the field the whole game, and Smitty 0 for 1.
Yeah. Shakes things up a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to give the freshman a chance.
Ball in for Ward. 2-2 count. And Wolfong low swing, drop third, strike, and they'll get him out at first. Hunter McQuain now up to the plate for Grafton. 1 out on the field. Ball low in the dirt. Right in the zone, 1-2 count against McQuain. And there's 3. So Hunter McQuain strikes out looking. 2 up, 2 down. Cam Gray up to the plate as they restart the order.
This pitcher's really found his groove. He's working quick. He's working efficient. Loves that backdoor breaking ball on the outside corner.
One counts. Pitch comes in. Gray swings. Gray connects. Picked up by the shortstop. And Gray is thrown out at first. So another scoreless inning for the Bearcats. The top of the 7th on the way. We'll see you there.
No one left on base after 6.
All right, folks, top of the 7th, the Bearcats 5, the Preston County Knights 2, and Preston County right where they want to be as they start at the top of the order with Robbie Lowe. So things could really just start heating up here at Upton Field here in the final inning. Cam Gray, the pitcher. This one's low. Chips up over the catcher. Robbie Lowe. What's his numbers at the plate tonight, Dustin?
Robbie Lowe is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. But he's very capable of changing the game in a hurry.
Yeah. Coach McNew told me that the top of this order is really where he needs to see this team succeed, and they've struggled a little bit from there tonight. It's Cam Gray. 3 balls, no strikes. The umpire's conferring at first and home plate about the count. It'll stay 3-0. Gray right down the center, working his way back into it. Sometimes all it takes is one strike. And they catch him swinging. So just like that, Cam Gray with a full house. Lowe connects with it. Just past Grayson Ramazan at short. And good battle there between Gray and Lowe, but Robbie Lowe gets the last laugh as he is now on first with a single. And Wyatt Moyer now up to bat for Preston.
Moyer 2 for 2 on the night. Coach McNew is looking to get Moyer on base here and in hopes that McNew in the 3 spot can hit them a 3-run shot here to get back into it.
This is right where you want to be if you're Coach McNew. And Robbie Lowe easily up to second base after a bobbled ball behind the plate. So now they have runner in scoring position. So here's Moyer, 1-0 count. Ball just outside on the left corner. We appreciate you folks tuning in to our first baseball broadcast of the year. Hopefully more to come. We're going to be doing some softball games as well So make sure you subscribe to the Grafton Bearcats YouTube channel so you never miss a GSN broadcast. 2-1 count, no outs. Runner at second. Moyer swings. 2 strikes for him. Two count. And lost the grip on that one. High ball.
This is a big pitch here in the game.
Yeah. 3-2. No outs. Cam Gray and Wyatt Moyer. Moyer caught swinging. And Cam Gray will record the first out of the inning. So now up for Preston, Bryson McNew. Batting above 500 this year. And timeouts.
That's a huge out, huge strikeout. It takes away the one swing of the bat, tying this ball game up.
You still have Robbie Lowe at second. You have 1 out. And you have your best batter up to the plate. Here comes the pitch. High and outside. Guys trying to creep in on the second base. Here's the pitch. Outside. Three balls, no strikes. And Bryson will take that pitch, watches it go by. Right down the center for Cam Gray. And Cam Gray will walk Bryson McNew. So runners on first and second. Lyric Moats up to bat. He's 0 for 3 on the night.
Now batting for Preston, the center fielder, number 24, Lyric Moats.
So first pitch into Moats is a ball. Another ball for Cam. On the 3-game losing streak, the Bearcats trying to turn things around here in this Big Ten matchup against Preston as they lead by 3 in the top of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. Strike. Cam trying to lock things in.
Yep.
Crucial inning.
Cam's looking to just get balls across the plate here. Let his defense play for him.
Swung on by Moats.
6-2.
They try to turn 2, and they do. Great play. J.K. to Ramazan to Wilfong. Second to first. And that is the end of the top of the 7th. One more inning Oh, we're done. Never mind. That's it. Final score, 5-2. Sorry, folks. I'm still trying to get adjusted here, but the Bearcats will head out with victory as they beat Preston County 5-3. We'll have some post-game coverage coming up next. Stay with us here on the Grafton Sports Network.
Please do your part and help us keep our facility clean by placing any garbage in trash receptacles.
All right, folks, your final score here from Upton Field, 5-3. The Bearcats take one home. They break their 3-game losing streak over Preston County. Dustin, your overall thoughts and stats from the game so far?
I thought the game was determined on big plays on the defensive end. Cam Gray made a very elite throw from center to second base to get an out, and we turned a couple double plays, and I think the third and fifth inning that limited their runs and damage on the offensive end, and I think that's why you see a 3-run victory out of the Bearcats tonight.
Yeah, a big home run there in the third inning for Chase Kinsey that scored 2 runs, kind of propelled the Bearcats, gave them some momentum. But, you know, a good win, a needed win here at Upton Field for the Bearcats. So they're going to walk away with this one with some more confidence under their belt, if you will. And they're going to work hard tomorrow as they take on Springfield Local. Game time is at 5 p.m. They move to 4-3 on the season. And Preston County, they also take on Springfield Local on Saturday at Preston High School, and they move to 1-3 on the year. Dustin, I really appreciate you, man, doing this game with me. First baseball one was a little rough around the edges, but I needed practice, and I couldn't ask for a better facility and a better place to do this at either.
100%. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I hope to have you back sometime. Best of luck on your golf at Fairmont State and all your endeavors. You're a great kid, and I've always looked up to you, so I appreciate you helping me out tonight, Dustin. But, folks, that is all the time we have for today here on the Grafton Sports Network. 5-3, the Bearcats take victory over Preston County. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. Take care, and God bless.